Welcome to Uncontrollable, the podcast where we break the stigma, get loud, and get real about youth mental health. Truth is that having mental health struggles isn't weird, unnatural, or something to be ashamed of. It means you're human. Mental health affects us all, directly or indirectly. You're not alone.
We're here to remind you that some things in life are out of your control, and that's okay. Sometimes you just have to embrace the chaos. Mental health doesn't have to be scary or heavy all the time. It can also be a very fun and relatable topic. This podcast is packed with stories, tools, and fresh ways to handle all the stuff that feels, well, uncontrollable.
Hi, I'm Madison Mays,
And I'm Sophia Lee.
brought to you by Cloudcast Media.
Our goal is to eliminate the mystery and myths regarding youth mental health and answer your most intriguing questions.
So let's have some fun and explore the uncontrollable. This is our first episode, guys. Hashtag pilot. And we're going to be telling you, I don't know why I said hashtag, but pilot. And we're just going to be getting to know getting you guys to know some more about us and just telling you the whole point of our podcast.
Mhm.
So you want to start first in your introduction?
Yeah, so I'm Sophia Lee. I have kind of been interested in mental health since second grade.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I got a phobia, and then I struggled a little bit with more anxiety, of course, and some depression. And yeah, I don't know, I've always been super interested in mental health. I'm a student filmmaker, so a lot of my films revolve around addiction and mental health.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we just graduated high school, class of 2025. So where are you going?
Oh, I'm going to UC Berkeley.
I'm a Berkeley student, and I'm going to LSU, which is in Louisiana State University. We're going off. But yes, I'm Madison Mays. I'm originally from Georgia, but my dad was in the Navy, so military rat, so I get to travel around a lot. And then I have my own issues with mental health too, struggling with OCD and anxiety. And we'll dive a little bit more into that and our problems with our own stories with that too. But yeah, and we went to Cane Hills together, and we had this opportunity to start a podcast. And we're I like mental health. I've been working with it, and I've been helping my school, our wellness center, host events around campus. So we're let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, anything you want to say else to your introduction?
I don't know. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Okay. So everyone is saying we have a mental health epidemic, Sophia. Is that true?
I don't know. It's hard to tell because I feel like it has gotten worse, especially in recent times, but also we're talking about it more. So maybe people used to struggle, they just didn't talk about it as much,
Mm-hmm.
It was always there, but now we're finding out about it.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like everything is always changing, or I think we're gonna probably talk about it in a couple future episodes too. But just how in past generations it wasn't really talked about.
Mm-hmm.
And now I feel like everyone's emotional too. Really simple, everyone's really emotional. Or even if they don't know how to show it, I feel like as we become more and more open about it and we have more and more resources. And we're just trying to kind of knock some of those stereotypes and really educate people on what mental health is and how you struggle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So how did we get here? It's a lot going on today. It's 2025.
There's a lot. I don't know how much we can talk about all of it, but yeah, it's crazy. I feel like there's so much pressure on our generation,
to not solve everything, but it's a lot what President Trump and all his stuff he got going on, which is a lot. It's a lot of stuff. Or all the prices are getting higher. Gas, everything's going up. You know how much it costs for eggs? Prices are getting way too higher, and I feel like that's affecting mental health too, and especially the job market. A lot of people are struggling to get jobs. So that's there's so much stuff impacting our mental jobs or even schools. How many people are in the world?
I think it's 8 billion right now.
8 billion. Yeah, 8 billion. That's and we're all competing. And there was a 2007 birth threat. Did you hear about that?
No, I
Bro, there was there was like, I don't know the exact number, but there were a lot of kids born in 2007, like birth spike. It was like a high birth spike. That's why it was like really competitive to get into a lot of schools. Like like a lot of people weren't getting in, and I just like imagine when it's time to get a job, you're going against like 1,000 other people.
Yeah.
It's been a lot. It's been a lot.
Yeah.
Money. I don't know. The current state is, you know, it's to be determined. But all we can do is try to get you guys through it. Well, try to get us to talk about it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about other people and how to give you mental health strategies and coping skills.
Yeah. So should we talk a little bit about, while we're still in the beginning of the episode, our goals with the podcast?
Yes.
Okay, so basically Madison and I drafted this entire podcast, all of its goals, together, and these were some of them. So this is going to be the main point of the podcast as we move forward. The first one is to help answer real-life questions about mental health that are typically not discussed in schools. I know that when I was a kid, there were a lot of things that I was struggling with or my friends were struggling with. It was so complicated, and I had so many questions about it, but I had nowhere really where I knew I could turn. So hopefully this podcast can provide some resources for you guys to sort of know what to do in these complex situations, or know when to get help or how to get help.
Yeah, and our second one is to bridge the generational divide when it comes to mental health. And like, I feel like often, sometimes students have to ask like people who are older than them and people like superiors for help. And these discussions can sometimes feel a little bit overwhelming or uncomfortable. So we want to come to people like as your age, like, oh, like we understand where you're coming from. We want to help you build that kind of trust to be able to talk to people that are older than you and kind of get an understanding from both sides.
Yeah.
And we want to just encourage more conversations about mental health and for you to be having with your family if you're a different culture, different race, or like where it's not really welcomed or not even welcome, but like an open discussion topic. We want to encourage that because it should be talked about more.
Yeah. And then our third goal is to kind of what Madison was saying, just to reduce stigma through open conversation about mental health. So yeah, we're going to be talking about a lot of mental health throughout all of this with both professionals and students. And yeah, I mean, a lot of time it's really scary to talk about mental health. So hopefully by showing you guys that we can do it, hopefully pretty easily and with a little bit of humor, that it'll be okay.
It'll be okay, right? Like we could really have fun with it. Like it doesn't have to be serious topic. Like, well, it is serious, but it doesn't have to be like uncomfortable. It could be a fun topic. It could be a relatable topic. Like I feel like, I don't know who said it, but the way we could talk about like physical health, or like everyone's like, oh, I feel sick, oh, I feel tired, or like, oh, my body's weak. That's how you can kind of just open up about mental health. You can say what you're struggling with, and we don't want like for you to be looked at different because, oh yeah, you're struggling with maybe depression or you're struggling with anxiety, schizophrenia. Like we want you to be able to know how to locate and find that trusted person that you can just really open up with.
Yeah.
And so, did we talk about why do we make the podcast? I feel like we kind of covered why do we like. What does this podcast mean to us?
Yeah, I think for me, because when I was young, I kind of struggled with my own stuff, but then also I had friends who like really, really struggled with stuff. And so, I don't know, just having this resource of being able to get these questions answered, to be able to have something that you know that you can do, or just kind of like a guide. I really felt so lost. And I worked through it and it was fine, and people ended up getting help, and that's great. But hopefully we can make the process easier for you guys.
I agree. That's our main point. We're just trying to make the process easier. We're just trying to give you some type of community, someone to talk to, somebody to listen to. Like we just want to create this open space. Like that's why I said we gotta explore the uncontrollable, because there's some things you just can't control, and it's okay. Like I feel like someone's so scared of having those lost moments, having those like weird moments. But I mean, we're human. It's gonna happen. Like life's gonna life sometimes, and I'm gonna be real. Life is gonna life, but you just gotta have the courage to push through it. To know that we're always gonna have another day. To know, just like be okay with the fact that some things you just gotta out of control. You just have to step back, be like, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah, definitely. Like, damn, I forgot what I was gonna say. But no, like, I think everybody's so worried about trying to control everything, every little thing. and like it has to be a certain way, and if it's not according to plan, then we just kind of fall apart. But like there's so many things in your life that you can't control, and you just need to say, okay, that's fine, let me do what I can do, and even if it is out of my control, like that's okay, you can just keep moving through.
Agreed. So should we talk more about our experiences mental?
Yeah. What do you think?
You can go first.
Okay. Yeah, so when I was a kid, basically, I started developing this phobia of throwing up. It's called a metaphobia if we reference it later in the podcast. That's what it is, just a fear of throwing up. But kind of taken to the extreme. And so I didn't know that I had a problem, because I was like, I'm just afraid of this thing. That's not even like a real mental illness in my mind. I was like, what the heck? I'm just afraid. But then it kept getting worse and worse and worse, because it attaches to things, and then it says, okay, look, like, people throw up in cars sometimes because they get motion sick. Now you have to feel unsafe in cars. And then it would go, sometimes in the heat, like people get too hot and they throw up and get sick. You have to stay away from the heat, or like you can't exercise when it's hot outside. And I played field hockey, or I still play field hockey really competitively. So that ended up being a really big thing for me later on as I got more intense. So it kept getting worse and worse. And then when I finally realized I had a problem, I was like, wait, like I can't say anything. Because I was so worried. And it was crazy because I had parents who were really supportive, and parents who understood that therapy was like an actual thing and that it was good to get mental health care, whatever. And I still felt afraid to talk about it. I waited years, even after I knew I had a problem, because I was just so worried that once people knew that there was something wrong with me, which there wasn't. Like, if I was literally sick, if I was physically ill, that would have been fine. There would have been no judgment. But like, I was worried that people would see me like a sad little puppy dog, and that like I wouldn't have a future. I was like, they're just like never gonna, like they're gonna underestimate me.
So do you feel like were you scared of just like throw up in general, or just like you doing it, or just throw up like?
That's a good question. So I was like, let me see, like if other kids threw up around me, because I developed it in my elementary school, like back when kids literally got sick for no reason. Like, I would feel nauseous for 2 hours after. Like, I would time it. It would be crazy. And then it connected to, like, everything. It connected to so many crazy things. Like, sometimes I walk by a trash can and I'm like, people throw up in trash cans. Be aware. And it's like, dude, what? Or, like, expired food. Airplanes, people get air sick. Be afraid of getting motion sick. Sometimes horror movies, because I get worried that my friends are going to get worried and then throw up because they're so worried. And then that makes me worried. And it's a whole cycle. So anxiety can really connect to anything.
Right, that's true, right? Were you afraid of getting sick too, probably?
Yeah, I was, food poisoning, because you could just wake up one day and you're like, oh, it's over.
No, I used to get stomach viruses a lot when I was younger.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think you would have passed out. Like, no, I used to, like, when I have stomach virus, it's just endless throw up.
Damn. Yeah.
It's bad.
I'm lucky. I haven't had food poisoning since I was a literal kid. So I'm like, girl, my time is coming soon.
And you think you were afraid of that pain of just doing it too?
I think it's so mental, because like now that I've been in cognitive behavioral therapy for about 3 or 4 years now. So I've like made a lot of progress. Now I even like will know that I'm going into situations where I will be around throw up, or that like people will be throwing up. And I'm fine, and I can stay around them and like make sure that they're okay. So it's huge progress for me, because I would have like ran when I was a child. But sorry, what was the question again?
I don't even remember. I would just ask, what did I ask? If you were like afraid of the action. Yeah, like being afraid, like the fear of actually doing it too.
Yeah, I was afraid of throwing up. Whenever I got nauseous, I was afraid, because that meant I might throw up. And bro, when you have anxiety, you know how you get like butterflies or whatever, but really intense? That would make me jump up to another fear level, because I'd be like, bruh, now my stomach is actually hurting. What am I gonna do? But no, I think it's just really the fear that I know that I'm afraid of now, because it was never actually the throw up that was a problem. It was my fear of throwing up that made me avoid all these things, that made me so afraid, that made me want to like keep doing these compulsive behaviors, or like obsessing about it. So now I'm more like, my brain is more interested in like the fear side and less the throwing up. So yeah, it's weird.
Weird. So my experience, no, this is crazy, because sometimes I gotta open up about it too. So basically, for like a while, I'll give it maybe 7th grade, 8th grade, or like 6th grade, it was off and on. And it was like stronger throughout COVID too. But I know for start, like my struggle with, because I already kind of had like a little bit of anxiety, ADHD, like it was hard for me to focus. But I used to have a problem, or sometimes it still comes back because nothing really gets like cured. But where I always had to touch water, I always felt the need to wash my hands, and I would be doing this like maybe every 5 minutes. I couldn't watch. I could. It was like I was drawn to. I couldn't walk past the sink without instantly feeling, oh, I need to clean myself. Oh, I need to wash this. Oh, I need to do this. Right. And that's why I feel like people don't kind of have misconceptions about what OCD is. Like it's really a obsessive obsessive disorder. So it's like when you can't control. And when it was getting to so bad to the point where I was washing my hands so much, my hands were cracking, they were bleeding. Like, and sometimes my hands from what happened, like I still have scars like from the corner of my hands, right? So it'll be bleeding and cracking, and I couldn't stop. I would continue washing my hands, continue like even just touching the water, like literally not even just watching, like just touching it, just because it gave me like an ounce of like I don't know what like kind of like maybe cleanliness or like whatever I need to wash off of me. And I was getting to the point like, okay, well like something's obviously wrong with me. I'm struggling. If my hands are bleeding, and it was going on for like a year, like it was, and I had to get like this special medicated like hand cream. Like I had to repair my hands because that's how damaged, like that's how much I was damaging my skin, right? So it was kind of that experience with that. And my parents, like I don't think, like we didn't really, at first we kind of didn't really like peep that much into it, look that much into it. We're like, okay, so she just likes to be clean. And then, like as time kept going on, they're like, oh, like you're struggling. Like, and that's when I kind of had to have like, they're like, okay, maybe it's like deeper than what we initially think. Like we need to get to the root of the solution. Because even like materials too, certain materials I just wouldn't touch. Like even I still have like a weird with some types of plastics, like I just don't like touching. Or like even like action figures, my brothers, like when it would touch me, like I would like spaz. Like certain of like even dolls or like just certain materials, it's kind of hard to explain, but I would spaz, and like as soon as that happens, I'm instantly running to the sink, or I'm instantly. That's why like I keep want to like go over this, like OCD, like it's obsessive. It's not, oh, I want this organized. Yeah. Oh, I want this. It's like this over, like you cannot help but do it. Yeah, like you
can't control it.
You really can't control it, and as much as you want to, you're just like obsessed, like, oh no, why is this? And it's just touching, like running to the sink, doing it. And I remember like, because I kind of felt like, or people would ask about it in school, not really ask about it, but I didn't really feel comfortable opening up, because they'll be like, oh, your hands are dry. Why are your hands so dry? Your hands ashy. Why? And I'm like, oh, well, I just have to wash my, like I'm literally doing it to myself in a way. It's like, and I knew, and it would sting, the pain of it. But like it would burn, like hand sanitizer. My hands were so fragile. Like I had to wear this like specific things to help it, right? So I remember just finally opening up to my parents, like, yeah, like they're like, oh, so maybe it's deeper. Maybe you can't focus. Or even in class, I would be carrying something. I'm like, I need to go to the bathroom. And I would be running to the bathroom just to like touch the water for 5 seconds, just to like. It's kind of hard to explain. It's kind of like something I still kind of like more struggle to open up with. Like I could open up with it and talk about what happened, but really get into the details of why that happened, which is why we're creating the podcast. So yeah, I got help, and when I started working with like a therapist, and we like created small goals trying to find the root of my problem. Like you really need to backpedal, and then like getting prescriptions for like, oh, this is what you need, this is better ways to help you. So it's just really taking that step to really like realize that something's kind of like off. Like, and I realized this wasn't normal. I was like, everyone wants to wash their hands. Everyone wants to do this.
Yeah, it seems so normal at first.
And they're like, no, like I'm bleeding. Like, and this is a problem. And it was going on for like a couple years off and on. Because sometimes I'll be like, oh, doing well. And I'll be like, okay, just a little touch. And I'll go about my day. So really, yeah. So that's my experience with like my OCD, and it would be like kind of giving me anxiety, because it gives you anxiety or like ADHD, because it's the fact that why am I struggling and nobody else is struggling? Yeah, it causes yourself to like, I would feel more so secluded, because I would be like, or even when in school, like I had a trouble like focusing on tests, or I had a trouble, or I will always finish late no matter what. And that was this elementary school, and I still struggle with it now. No matter what the test is, it can be the simplest test in the world. And I would struggle, and I would be like the last person to turn in the test. So it just kind of sends you on like a spiral. Like, oh, I can't even, like, when you keep feeling there's more and more problems wrong with you,
Yeah.
like, it makes you feel like an outsider. Like, oh, I can't even turn this on time. Oh, it's like obsessing over different things for no reason. And I'm just like, yeah, this, like, really thinking about, maybe it's not just overthinking. Like, it's like I have a problem. But yeah, getting that help was really good for me, and my parents, like, understanding it and trying to work with me, or like they'll even have to call me out. Like, they'll see me about to go, they're like, chill. I'm like, you gotta calm down. So working with that, even though it was a struggle, it feels like better now because I don't my hands are better, so I'm not bleeding. So that's good. That's my story. OCD.
Yeah.
But we're not good now, but like, this is why it's really good to talk about it, right? Trying to work to a specific goal and just being okay with yourself and okay with how far you're going to.
But yeah, that's really interesting because you brought up like even just having a problem, it makes you feel isolated. Like, wait, there's something not normal about me, and then you feel like you have to hide it because you're like, wait, I still want to be normal. Like, I still want to fit in. I want to like do all these things and live my life.
No,
but then it makes you feel like you can't, and then you close off even more, and then it keeps getting worse, and you're like, no, I can't show people.
Right, or even if they would ask me, oh, what's wrong? I'll be like, oh, no, I just scraped my hands. Because, like, I would get so many questions. I'm like, no, I just fell.
Yeah.
I scraped it. No, it's nothing that bad. Or I would or I would walk with my hands in my pockets. Because it's like, you don't really want anybody to see that sign of struggle. So it's like this thing that we want to hide behind, or we kind of want to get closed off, right? Or I would like literally have to have like I would have to carry it on me. People are like, oh, what's that for? Oh, what's that for? I'd be like, oh, it's nothing serious. Like, oh, just put it back in my backpack. Get out my backpack.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why we're trying to work here to get more comfortable about it. Just talking about it and opening more.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's our story today.
Yeah.
And Sophia, do you know what time it is?
What time is it?
I think it's game time. So guys, we're going to be doing, that was kind of corny, but we're going to be doing mini game segments in the middle of each of our podcasts. And it's kind of a way to like lighten the place up. We're having these serious topics. That's why, like, why not have a fun game with it? Like, why not get open about it? That's why it's really supposed to be like not a relaxed topic, but like I said, it's supposed to be open, fun, and relatable. So today we're playing Never Have I Ever.
So I saw us first. Never have I ever cried at school.
Do you put what you have done
down? I think so. We can just say it too. So
yeah.
We can hear.
So we can. So yes. Never have I ever lied about my age.
Ooh, I did once, or maybe a couple times. I don't know.
For what?
It was bad, but I was going dancing, and this like 60 or 70-year-old man, he was like dancing with me, and he was like, by the way, I'm a really good dancer. If you want my number, we can practice. Ew. And I was like, bro, what the heck? So I made myself sound a little bit older so that I could like sound like I could defend myself, and I was like, bro, I need to get out of here. That's when I did.
I have lied about my age.
Are you gonna share?
Why'd I lie about my age? Why'd I lie about my age? Sometimes, I don't know, it just be coming out. Like, I don't know, it could be like a group of people. They could be all older, and you want to, kind of when you want to fit in a little bit sometimes too. Or sometimes if you see someone super attractive, you shouldn't do this. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Wait, so what age have you lied about?
Okay, Okay, yeah, I say what I look like, so I feel like I can't push 21, but sometimes I can round up. If I'm 17, I'll be like, oh, I'm just 18. I'm really just saying I'm 18. I'm legal. But that's so bad. That's so horrible. Don't do that. Lying about Anyways, character development. Don't lie about your age, guys. Be honest. Yeah. If you gotta lie, then don't do it. Learn from us.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Okay. Oh, this is kind of a funny one. Never have I ever accidentally called my teacher mom.
I don't think I have. Have I?
Really?
Actually, maybe once. Have you?
I think I have, but bro, the other week, I accidentally called my sister mom. So, like, I don't know what happened there, but...
No. I don't think... Yeah. Actually, maybe once. I was like, yes. I was like, Mom. Oh, never mind. Or
It's
like,
always so embarrassing.
or in that moment when are you ever at a restaurant, you be raising your hand like you ask sometimes I accidentally raise like my hand just shoots up. I'm like, oh, that's embarrassing. Like, just look at the waiter. Just okay.
Let's see.
Never have I ever broken a bone.
I've broken 2. One time. Wait, have you not broken a bone?
Oh, I didn't mean to face. No, I haven't. I have like surgeries, but I haven't broken a bone.
Damn. I broke my toe because I dropped like a bottle on it, and then the second time I was playing field hockey, and like if you don't, hold on, let me explain it because it's not like that popular a sport here. But anyways, like you have to put your hands on the ground sometimes, and like I have teammates who can hit 95 miles an hour with like a really hard like plastic ball. So anyways, you like have to try to get the ball with your stick, but your hand is holding your stick, so sometimes it hits your hand. Mm-hmm. And so I broke my thumb trying to protect the ball or like regain the ball. Mm-hmm. But there's a lady, I think the best field hockey player in the country right now. She was wearing an acrylic nail once, and she got hit in the hand with probably people who can hit like 110 miles an hour, 120, and half of her pinky flew off. Yeah.
So how did how did it feel to break a bone? How does it feel? Like, is it numb in the moment? Like, do you actually, with some pain, adrenaline's so high? So like, how does it feel?
It feels like you broke a bone, but then like usually when you feel that way, it means that you didn't break it. So I was like, oh, I'm good. And then it was broken.
Like, how does it broke? Like, does it feel like a pop? Like, are you in pain?
It feels like it's gonna sound so stupid, but it feels like you got hit really hard on the place. And then like it'll feel that way for like maybe 8 minutes, and then it will feel numb. Like you won't feel anything. At least with like digits.
Oh, so it just feels like you got hit.
Yeah.
Is it bad? Sometimes I wonder how does it feel to be tased.
Tased? Oh.
Like, I just wonder. Yeah. Like, I wonder what's the pain. Or I wouldn't get shot. I wouldn't shoot people. But that's how I wonder, like, the pain of it. Because I watch stories about it. Like, they're like, it's like, it burns. It's like a burning sensation. That's what I've heard. That's scary. Right. I guess more so, like, down.
Let me see. Never have I ever cried during a kid's movie or like a Disney movie.
I think you know that movie Home?
Oh, with the little alien?
Yeah, with Rihanna. I think I cried. I think the music was getting to me. I didn't cry, but my eyes were watering. What about you?
I think like one of the Kung Fu Pandas, it shows like Poe getting abandoned by his mom, and like that made me tear up. I think I cry over Loki anything now. Like now that I'm older, but when I was a kid, I had like a heart of stone. I would not cry over anything.
No, I feel like that's now. Or like, I have to be really sad for my eyes to water. Or like, I don't know. I think someone's kid got abducted and they were just losing their mind. And I don't know. And like my eyes will water. I don't think I've ever cried, but my eyes will water. I'm like, sad world. So sad. Okay, never have I ever had a crush on a close friend.
I think I have, but I think like it fades. Like the more that you become friends.
It does. I have to. Until I got to know. Like when it would disappear. What does they say? A crush is just a lack of information. Crush is just a lack of information. So
okay. That's a good one. Yeah. Never have I ever had a near-death experience.
Or you answer, I'll think.
Okay. I thought I did. It turns out I didn't. But like, I did this lifeguard camp, right? Mm-hmm. And it was in the ocean. So one of these days, because it's like with real lifeguards, they were talking to us about all the things that could happen. Like overdoses in the bathroom, or like if people are drowning, what you do, how to save them, CPR. And they told us about dry water drowning, which is like after you drown and you inhale all the salt water, it stays in your lungs, and because it's salty, it draws more water from your body into your lungs. I know, and they're like, yeah, and then you die 30 minutes later in the parking lot because you drown because your lungs fill up with water.
Wait.
And we were horrified. We were like, oh my god, you can't cry for help because your lungs are filled with water. And
so
then the very next day, I mean, I don't know, they didn't tell us how to cure it. And then the next day, we're going for a swim in the bay, and I start to like, I can't like breathe as well. I'm like, why can I not breathe? And this was like towards the end of the program, so I was like, a good swimmer, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, can I please have some help? And they like carry me on the little flotation thing across the rest of the bay.
Mm-hmm.
And then I like get up, and and then I can feel water in my lungs, like up to here.
And it's like seawater, right?
Yeah.
So it's with
like
seawater.
sea.
So when you drown in seawater, that's how you die.
Yeah,
Right?
like you breathe it in, and then later, like it fills up the rest of your.
So you could be chill, and then all of a sudden you just collapse.
Yeah, or yeah, like I guess you would feel it more. But then like I was like, oh my god, oh no, there's like something wrong with me. And then like I literally I breathed in, and I can only go like up to here. And then I started crying to the 16-year-old lifeguard intern, and he looked at me so scared. He was like, what do I do?
And so you're like, I'm dying, help me.
Yeah. And so he called over the actual lifeguard, and then she was like, oh no. And then they had to put me on oxygen. They were like, did you breathe in any salt water? And I was like, no, like I don't think so. It just happened. And then it was crazy. And I would cough, and I could hear like the bubbles in my lungs and like the sea pump. Yeah. But then I was fine. So.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, good job. Near death. I don't think I really had like a near death. This is where I might have died. Like I feel like near death is more dramatic, kind of like your story maybe. But like one time, I remember when I was like in 4th grade, or no, not 4th grade. I had to be younger. It was like 2nd grade, and this girl pushed me in the pool. And I had no life. And honestly, that's honestly what I get, because it was during summer camp. And they would always tell us, like, we have to have a wristband in order to be able to swim with no life jacket on. But honestly, I was trying to impress people because I couldn't swim, and I hated how it looked on me. It was so uncool. And imagine, I'm like this big, and I'm wearing this super big life jacket. So I was like, you know what? Like, I'm not wearing it, right? So anytime they didn't look, I wouldn't wear it. And I remember I was standing, I didn't even like her. But I was standing with her. We were just standing and talking. And like, she just pushed me. She literally pushed me.
Oh, what the heck?
And I think she thought it was... And we had the same name, which is crazy. I remember it. And she pushed me in the pool. And like, I think I was just drowning. Like, they didn't have to do... And they were able to save me at the time. Like, I held my breath in time. But I don't know if that's near death, because I was low-key drowning.
Well, that's scary. Kids get like traumatized from the water.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about that. Yeah, I remember that. And I remember to look at her face. Like, I really remember this moment. I remember looking at her face, and all she got, she was just sat in time out. Like, that was a murder attempt.
Dude, that's crazy.
That was a whole lot. That was a murder attempt.
Oh my god.
Nah. And then one time I got like, nah, this one isn't more interesting, but like, you ever get a chip stuck in your throat and you're gonna die?
Mm-hmm.
And you're trying to cough it out, and it won't come out, so you're just like, and it's just there. That happens a couple times, but
yeah.
We could do like 2 more. You do it.
Let me see. Never have I ever... Damn, let me look for a good one. Let's say met a celebrity.
No, I haven't. Have you?
I mean, kind of. Not really, but kind of. Like, have you watched Gilmore Girls?
I know of the show.
Oh, but anyways, basically one of the actresses, like, I got to shake her hand because she, like, presented an award for a film that I did. So that was cool. But,
yeah. I don't think I've ever met a celebrity.
I saw one on the street once. Ian McClellan, and my dad was like standing across the street taking video, and just like, Dad, stop, Dad. And the security guards were staring us down, and I was like, you don't have to take the video. He's right there.
Wait, so who's someone you wanted to meet though?
Timothée Chalamet.
So overrated.
What?
Really? Wait, are you meeting him because of his like acting, or because you think he's attractive?
His acting.
Okay.
Oh, you mean his looks are overrated, or his acting?
Like, I mean, he's not bad, but like there was a whole era. Was it like 2020, 2021? When like I'm just scrolling, all I see is Timothée. Like, I literally.
Maybe that was just your algorithm.
No, there was. You don't remember a time where people kept making edits of him, and there was just like this dancing edit of him that was going everywhere. Maybe
in Call Me by Your Name, where he did like the shuffle thing.
Yes, he was.
That's a good dance.
He was like everywhere, but he's okay.
I love him.
He's okay.
Yeah, he's the best.
That's how I feel about Harry Styles too, controversially. But we can't get it. We're not going to get into that.
Controversy.
Right. I'm trying to think about who I want to meet. I'm trying to think of a good person to say on here. would meet Rihanna. Maybe Rihanna. Or I feel like, or who would be funny? I think Nicki Minaj would be funny.
Bro, I love Nicki.
I feel like she would be funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I could think about, and as in the moment. Okay.
Yeah.
Never have I ever. Have you ever believed something was haunted? Have I ever believed something was
I think I stayed at a haunted hotel where, like, we found out it was haunted after because my mom actually believes in ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, it was supposed to be, like, where the Black Dahlia murders happened or something. I don't know. It's somewhere in LA. But, yeah. I don't know. I don't believe in ghosts. But I get scared sometimes. Like, I watch a scary movie.
Right. Yeah. I feel like for me, yeah, I don't know. I get scared, but I don't know if I really believe in it. Yeah. But like I remember when I was in Georgia, like I was in Savannah, because for some reason Savannah's like, no, we have a lot of ghost tours. Like a lot of tourists come there for like ghost tours. But like the natives, like we don't really we don't mess with that stuff. But like I remember I met this one girl. It was like a long time ago, like 3rd grade, and she was like really into this stuff. So, bro, I don't know. But she was like, nobody would really be friends with me though. Cause like I went to like, this was only for a couple months before I moved. But like I was like the only Black girl in a school full of like white, like.
Wait, in Georgia?
Yeah, it was like, it was a specific school. It was just the school I went to. Like there were other diverse schools, but the school specifically I went to was just like full of a bunch of white people. And like it was like
scary.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
That's scary. It's crazy saying that. That's scary. No, but there was like maybe a school maybe full of 400 kids. There were about 5 Black people, and the only 2 Black boys there wouldn't even speak to me. So that was crazy.
What the heck?
Right.
Dude.
So and then like people had to warm up to me. But my one friend that I made, she was into some crazy shit, bro. She was crazy. Like she would be saying, like she would say stuff. She knew Latin. Like she would say something and like the board would flicker. Like I'm telling you, crazy, right? Or like,
damn. You should have stayed friends with her. She could have done some stuff for you.
I don't know, but like, or she would say stuff, like she would be telling me stories of dead people in the sand and me drawing all types of shapes. I don't know, but she was like my only friend, so you know, I'm gonna stick beside her. But she was, I don't know. And I remember I would tell my mom, and like, cause we were really friends too, and she gave me like this weird cat, so my mom was like, "Bro, throw that away." It's not that. But yeah, she was like. And she would have me paranoid. She would have me late at night thinking about trees. I'd be thinking I'd be hearing stuff. Like, you know what they say. Yeah, so I don't mess with that type of stuff. But ignorance is bliss. So when she would tell me about it, I would think about it more. And then when I stopped being friends with her, like when I had to move, not necessarily stop being friends with her, then I kind of started feeling better. But I don't know. That was my wild story of the day. I don't know, still think about it. Some crazy. I
guess, you know, surround yourself with the people you want to surround yourself with.
Yeah. But she was still a good friend, though. Regardless of her, like, I don't know. Regardless of that, she was still a good friend. She was a real one. Shout out to her. So that's the end of our game segment. I hope you enjoyed and got to know a little bit more about us. So we just got a few more questions we're going to talk about. It's kind of more of our pilot episode.
Yeah, so, I don't know, do you want to talk a little bit about social media and how that affects mental health? Because I feel like, we're the teenagers, like, we have good experience.
Social media, as I can pick up my phone. Social media, I feel like as technology is advancing, as social media and AI, and editing, all I'm gonna say is nothing is what it seems. Everyone puts out this whole persona. Like it's kind of like in real life too. You know what I give you, what I show to you. Mm-hmm. So people, you only see certain sides of people. Because I'm a strong believer, you will never really fully know a person because you're not that person. Yeah. So you're never gonna know everything about them. So just like how when you have different friendships, I think we'll talk about it later, but when you have different friendships, you can kind of give out one side of yourself to different people in a way. Not intentionally, but I feel like that's just how humans work. We show what we want to show. I feel like that's on social media. We see what people want us to see. So if they want to I don't know the word, but if they want to give off or show a certain persona of them or like a certain lifestyle, then they're gonna do it, and that's how they make their money. Like a lot of, especially this age of influencers, so many influencers, we definitely see what they want us to see. Like there's certain lifestyle of these like get rich hacks lifestyles, or there's always something more into it. That's really not. That's why I feel like you have to be kind of like have the discernment of like knowing what really to trust, because there's a lot of things you can't trust out of here. And people are like, so don't be comparing yourself to all these certain lifestyles. 'Cause I used to do it too. Not necessarily lifestyles, but like people being young. You know, if young people will be successful, like when you meet someone that's literally our age and they like freaking solved cancer, or like they've been a part of so many programs.
Oh yeah.
When you meet a lot or see like, oh, this person's been nominated for this award, and they got like 2 years younger than me, and it's like so even if it's not about beauty, but it's just like about like accomplishments, it's so easy to compare. And people put that all over social media. Oh, I did this. Oh, I did that. Oh, I did that. And that sometimes that makes you feel like, dang, what am I not doing?
Yeah.
Why am I not there? Or like kind of, it just makes you compare yourself a little bit. It's so easy to compare.
And then like, yeah, because once I do that, and after I do that, or if I feel like I'm like not enough, or if I'm not being super successful right now, then I get like action paralysis sometimes. You know, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's making me nervous. Like, let me take a break. And then you go on social media and you're like, oh no, that's making me nervous. And then like it's a loop.
Right.
But yeah, nothing is real.
Nothing is real. And that's what my dad is like. He always tells me, like, when compare yourself to people who might have accomplished something more to you, they'll post it on social media, post it online, like, oh my gosh, I'm getting congested. But like everyone really moves at their own time. Everyone moves at their own pace. Like, what is that? Not time is like, we all do stuff within their own time. So if you're like, oh, I need to glow up, oh, I need to do this, or I need to do this, you don't have to. You really don't have to. Like, it's just so easy to compare. And I feel like, especially with like, yeah, like I said, these influencers, these IG baddies, everyone's always like, oh, I want to get it like them. I want to have the body. I want to have, and they'll try to manipulate their bodies in ways like maybe through surgery. Or like they'll feel pressured to live up to the standard that I feel like social media pushes onto us. And that's like, it's this unreal standard. So people will get stuff like, they'll get like these surgeries done or whatever. And some of it really does look good. But it's just like, oh, you're only doing it not because you really want it, but doing it because you have to live up to something, because you want to compare yourself. Like, oh, maybe because her lips like look like this, I gotta have my lips like that. Not the genuine want. I feel like there's a lot of people like not with the genuine want of it. It's more so, oh, they feel like they want to like kind of meet the standard, not the standard. They want to live up to that. And I feel like that just negatively impacts like especially young girls so bad. Like I be seeing like 12, 13-year-olds with full faces of makeup. And I think about what I looked at 13, I'd be like, bro, they be having like full face of makeup, or they be like, or they'll dress like how an 18-year-old is dressing, because that's what, because we have access, especially now, kids are getting like an iPad or like knowing how technology works at like the age of 5. They're giving an iPad. And when you hit the age of maybe 11, you're going to be given a phone. Not even 11, maybe 8, because I think my brother's like 9. They're given a phone. Yeah. So then you have this access to social media, and you're looking at all these older people, and like naturally kids want to be like what they see online. Yeah. Like naturally kids wants to be like their parents.
They want to be cool. They want to be older.
They want to be older, and I feel like that's just like harming us. It doesn't give people a chance to really be a kid.
Yeah, and it also like it teaches them that like not to be yourself. Like this is what's trending right now. Go do that. Like you don't have a chance to rest with yourself and make peace with that and be like, okay, this is who I am. Now I can go out into social media, see what kind of fashion I like that's going on right now, or see what kind of makeup I want to do, or anything. But like we're going to social media, I think, to find out who we want to be first.
Instead of discovering it, because let me tell you, when I was like 13, it took a lot of character development to get where I am now. And sometimes you're going to be talked about, sometimes you're going to be like however, but honestly, I feel like that's just part of growing up. It's just really the self-discovery, and I feel like social media kind of like takes that away from people. Like, take that away from, like, younger kids, that moment of growing up and self-discovery. Because, like, we're trying to look like something. We're trying to be, like, this false narrative of people that don't even have it like that. That sounds so harsh. But we're comparing ourselves to, like, unrealistic standards. Or even, doesn't even have to be, like, only youth girls. I feel like even with some dudes
with
guys.
Bro, have you seen the pipelines with like toxic masculinity? They just go on social media and then they get into like, you know, like sometimes it'll be like really buff gym guys and then they start talking about women suck.
Yeah, it is so.
It becomes their whole feed, and then it becomes like their personality, and then they're like, and then somebody who was your really close friend or something, they start saying stuff to you, and you're like, what happened?
Right, because I feel like young boys are so impressionable. Like what they take in, well, what the youth in general, but especially guys, what they take in means so much. So if they're watching, like a woman hate a podcast, they're gonna be like, oh, that might make sense, and then all of a sudden their brains getting twisted. Social media has such a large impact in our generation, from like looks, from personalities, from accomplishments, from like even mindset. It's so impressionable in our mindset, and it's just crazy. That's why, like, for your mental health, it's good just to take a break, like a cleanse. Like, when people are getting cyberbullied for trying to look a certain way too. Everyone's so opinionated.
That's crazy. People are so mean, especially on Instagram. You just scroll down the comments, and it's like, just give up, start an OnlyFans for like every single. It's like, it's crazy.
You're not gonna do that, or even if someone has a nice body, oh, this is what you could do.
Yeah,
this is what you could do.
There's so many insults.
There's so many insults. There's so many people feeling it. They have to compare. There's so many lifestyles that people like. Oh, if you do this, or those, people are like, oh, if you buy my certification, like pay $300 for this, and I'll show you how to get rich within a month. Unrealistic. If you get lucky, maybe. If you get lucky, maybe. But there's so many scams out here. Social media is like a scam. Or like how AI, when like ads we see, it's like there's like algorithms that are catered. There's algorithms that are catered to like they analyze you and they put out stuff to like get more money from you or be like, oh, you should look like this, oh, you should do that. And this comes from liking the algorithms on liking like one post about something. Oh, like, oh, she looks good. Okay, maybe surgery. You like one person about like that's had a bunch of stuff done. Next thing you know, it's all being pushed out to you, stuff that you should have done, stuff you should look like. Like, it's crazy. Or even commercials. Yeah. Like, because I be researching how algorithms, like, everything is catered. Like, how they're catered to that person. Like, they're trying to kind of persuade you to do certain things. That's what makes people so impressionable. Like, it's just crazy when you think about it. The power of AI and social media, especially combined. Yeah. I don't know. It's just whole thing. I hope I don't sound crazy, but like genuinely, that's how it is though. It's really impressionable. And like, what do you think about AI too, or mental health?
AI and mental health. I like AI. I feel like, because I don't know if this is good necessarily, but sometimes if like you don't really want to talk to other people about your problems, like some people will text ChatGPT. Because ChatGPT like still has, I think, the trainings, like it still has safe messaging stuff, so it's not gonna say anything harmful. Right. And it can like help you work through it, which is really interesting.
Yeah. I feel like I have like a love-hate relationship for it. I do feel like it's really helpful. Like, it really is helpful. Like, if people like, oh, make flashcards, oh, do this,
yeah, like make a schedule.
Yeah, but sometimes it's starting to get weird. Like, when people are like, oh, you don't really have TikTok, but when people are creating like AI videos of humans and they'll be creating
I like those.
The AI memes are so weird to me. It's like, bro, they're trying to like
funny.
Bro, it's so weird because I feel like they're trying to like, well, they're mimicking humans or like humor, and sometimes it's in a way, I'm not gonna get too deep into it, but some algorithms are AI, they take out what they get from society, and sometimes they get like as negative things, right? So like stereotypes, like there's like some like that pushes these black people or even Hispanic people, these people of color stereotypes that they get from the internet, and they'll use these stereotypes or these negative assumptions about us to make memes about it. Like, it could be like bro, it could be like a black person acting like super ghetto or like all this stuff, like what they perceive like black people to be in society, and then they'll put it in a meme. Or like even Hispanics, or like they'll have something like about immigrants or whatever, or like literally there was something of someone arguing at the border, and it was like, wow, like, so that's why it's like it's a love-hate thing. But I think the reason but humans choose to make it though. Yeah, humans should be like, oh, ones, like, yeah, human, right? So I feel like the human AI relationship, it really just depends on what it's used for. Like, I would say I feel like we are very reliant on it, and like with the upcoming years, I'm curious to see how it's going to be about like the job market and like the job market, or like how much is used in schools, because it's already starting to be used a lot now. So I'm curious, and especially the effects on mental health in the brain about it, right? Because it helps, like, I get, like you said, it can help give you someone to talk to. But if a person that's struggling with something, would you think it's better for them to talk to a person, or or just take all their advice from AI?
I think, okay, because like when it comes to mental health, there's a lot of things that you can do and a lot of ways that you can start to get better. Like a lot of people think that it's all or nothing, and I think that's why they wait so long to ask to get help. They wait until they literally can't live like that anymore until they get help. And like that kind of happened to me too. But like when it comes to AI, I feel like practicing talking about it and seeing that it's okay and that it's like non-judgmental, that can help.
Mm-hmm.
And so it can be good to get your advice from there too sometimes, as long as you fact check it and everything's okay. Because then maybe after that, then you talk to a helpline or something. Mm-hmm. And after that, maybe you talk to your counselor or your parents, and you have experience talking about it. You kind of know more what you're feeling and that it's okay. But yeah, it's all about, like, in the end, then you do want to talk to a human. Like, you do want to bring it back to somebody that you really trust and who can connect you with resources.
Right. Yeah, I feel like with AI, it's so, like unpredictable the future of it, but ultimately, it's just really how you use it. And, like, that's why I was trying to say earlier, some people use it to, like, kind of unknowingly push harmful stereotypes and assumptions. Like, about just really everyone. I wouldn't even say people of color, about everyone. Like, it could be used negatively or positively. Like, you just have to be careful what you let your brain absorb. Like, especially with social media. Like, I feel like we can be so impressionable, and we don't even realize what we're taking in and how much is negatively affecting our mental health, maybe our self-esteem or insecurities. That's why I feel like sometimes it's good just to take a digital break. Yeah. Sometimes and just what? Sometimes touch grass. Yeah.
And like kind of talking about that, like the digital break, because like I think some people overuse social media a lot, and then after you go down a rabbit hole, you're like, oh my gosh, wait, I just wasted 3 hours and I have an assignment due tomorrow. And then that creates more stress, and then you keep procrastinating. Anxiety. Then you feel like you need it to like take a break, and then you get more stressed, and then you need it again, and then you just become more reliant on it.
Right, and some people start like having to drink stuff like energy drinks, or just doing stuff to adjust to it. So it's like it could be like this butterfly effect of things.
So yeah, I mean, I would say, because I still have Instagram right now. I think I got it again. I've deleted it so many times.
You deleted it?
I have so many times, but no, I think it's good to set boundaries with yourself.
Right.
It's still good to use it sometimes, because you can get like the Gen Z culture in. Otherwise, otherwise I'd feel kind of disconnected without all these references.
That's why I'm like, I feel like it's just about balance, like I said, because even now I struggle with this. Sometimes I'll catch myself. I'm like, right? I'll be like, hold up, I need to chill. Right? Like you're absorbing way too much. That's what I feel like it's really about what you let yourself absorb. Like being careful around it, like knowing not to trust what you see online can like help so much. I feel like, especially how impressionable when it comes to the podcast, or like how young girls are comparing their body, their makeup, their fashion. Like I feel like just really like paying attention to what you see, or like even if you have younger siblings, younger family, like making sure like confiding in them, like you don't really have to compare yourself. Like it is entertaining, it's fun to watch, but just know it's real and know it's not. In a way, having that discernment. Yeah. But yeah, just be careful. There's so much stuff out here. There's so much negative stuff. There's so much stuff that's going to be being pushed onto us, even as a generation. Like we just have to be careful about, like really think about it, take breaks, pause. Yeah. Just be careful.
So as we wrap up this episode, do you want to talk about, let's talk about like one piece of advice that we wish we would have had, like having gone through high school, and now we can look back on like our journeys. What's something you would say to the youth?
Say to the youth? I feel like it's kind of what I say all the time. You go.
Okay, let me think. Let me think. I think that sometimes you can be so scared, or you can be so sad, and it can be really easy to let those feelings dictate your life. but you just need to know in your heart what you want for you, like what your dreams are, some goal to work towards. Because then feelings come and go. All the feelings come and go. Happiness too.
Mm-hmm.
And so no matter what happens then, you can still say, okay, this is me. This is what I want. My feelings don't have to control me. I can still do what I want. I can still be the person I want to be despite this and while it's going on. And then it becomes less about like, oh my gosh, when am I going to get better? Or am I going to be like this forever? Or what if this happens? What if this? What if this? Like you can still do it because you know that it's going to be okay. You have something kind of to look forward to, something to guide you.
Right.
And then the feelings and, your disorders like anxiety, depression, whatever it is, that can kind of come and go in the background. It doesn't become the focus of your life. And I think when you're so young, you can get so trapped in these feelings. Like, for me, I was just, bro, sometimes I've been sad for a long time. But, like...
It's real.
But, yeah, I mean, because when I was young, I thought that was my life, Because we actually are only, like 18 now. I was, like, I don't remember how old I was. But I thought that was my life. I was like, wow, it's going to be like this forever.
Yeah.
But no.
So my piece of advice, not being corny, but like really, it's genuinely what doesn't kill you make you stronger. Because what doesn't kill you genuinely does make you stronger. Like we all gonna have moments where it feels like the world is ending. Mm-hmm. The world is ending. Like you might hate yourself, might hate the way life's moving right now. But honestly, there'll be another day, and it does get better. Like not even to be a cliche. Like when my granddad tells me. Because I'll be like, how you're doing? Or like, he'll be always ask me what I'm doing, right? Or like, how's my day? I'll be like, oh, I don't know. He'd be like, he would say, as long as you wake up to see another day, it's going to be a good day. As long as you wake up and just have try to have like an encouraging mindset. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's another day. Well, another opportunity, new days, new opportunities, kind of like a reset. And, like, really genuinely not comparing yourself to whatever people have going on. Because really, everyone does move on their own time. Mm-hmm. So just being excited for that new day. It's always another day to reset. Yeah, it's always another day. Mm-hmm. It's always another day. To try again, to learn more. Like, life's going life sometimes. Mm-hmm. But as long as you can get up out of bed in the morning, then you can have a good day. It's the chances of always being good. Yeah. I feel like that's my piece of advice. Mm-hmm.
I actually have another one. I have another. I would also say on top of that, like, reach out for help.
Yes.
Like, even if it doesn't even have to be reaching out for help, because when you say reach out for help, it already puts judgment on, like, oh, you need help, you can't do it by yourself. Mm-hmm. But just reach out to somebody, talk to somebody about it. It doesn't have to be, mental health doesn't have to be all or nothing. Right. You don't have to wait to let it get to that point where you say, I can't do this anymore. Because then you have that much more to overcome that's happened in your past. So just talk to anybody about it. Because mental health, we said, like, it'll make you feel isolated. Right. It'll make you feel like you don't have friends or you don't have anybody on your side. But once you start challenging those beliefs, you talk to people and you see that they're here for you, then you can keep moving in the right direction. Then you can realize, I'm not alone. Right. And then you're, like, whatever your depression was telling you or whatever anything was telling you, it's like, oh, that wasn't real.
True. So we're going to have more episodes about that too. Like how to find community. Because that's why I feel like just knowing what to trust and like really having your own mindset is everything. Mm-hmm. Like taking that initiative for yourself. I don't think anyone can want more for you than you. Like nobody's going to change. You're not going to change unless you want it for yourself. So you have to want this change. You have to really want to wake up. You have to want to push. And it's going to be hard. It's going to be so hard. Some days you genuinely do not feel like work. We have those days where we genuinely do not feel like getting up out of bed. Like life sucks. But it's just eventually coming to the point of realization, which might take a while. Yeah, something's got to change. I got to find somebody. And hopefully you can find that friend, that family member, to where you can open up with them and you can find the help that you need. And honestly, if you can't find them, you can find us. You can find us. That's why for Uncontrollable, like we said, some things are just out of your control, but it's all about how you navigate that uncontrol. You gotta learn to embrace the chaos, embrace the mess.
It's really okay.
It's really okay. Like we don't have everything figured out. Definitely don't have everything figured out. But like sometimes you just gotta embrace the chaos. It is what it is. Life, it is what it is. But he'll be all right. He'll be all right. I feel like it'll be okay. It'll be okay. So Once again, I'm Madison Mayes.
And I'm Sophia Lee.
Brought to you by Cloudcast Media.
Today we talked about social media, what it's like to be a youth struggling with mental health, really just open up about our own stories.
Right, this was really a get to know us, get to know some of our thoughts. Hopefully it didn't feel like we were just yapping, because really listen to what we said in there. Like, it's some really good stuff to get from the world and other people. That's just some really good stuff. So we hope you've had fun, and remember, don't be afraid to explore the uncontrollable.
Thank you for listening.